Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we talked with Lando 64,000, the head of Loomian Legacy, basically about a bunch of stuff relating to future updates, possible things we could be seeing, and more. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure another like, subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so recently Lando 64,000, the head of Loomian Legacy, went into the official server and basically started talking about a bunch of stuff. Now in there, basically talked about things that we would like to see inside of the update, taking our suggestions, also just a bunch of stuff. You know, if we had questions about some of the updates, he would do his best to answer them.
I watched Lucky's stream and he said he didn't like the prepay.
Well, okay, so in actually talking with Lando, of course, you know your boy had to come through and just write down literally everything that was being confirmed at the time, basically just a bunch of stuff. And after, of course, I went to Lando, I said, hey, can I send you this list and you can, you know, kind of confirm and basically allow me to talk about whatever on this list. And today, I have that list for you guys, okay? So, in this video, we're going to be talking about a bunch of different things, my thoughts on, you know, just everything about specific topics that, again, Lando has allowed me to talk about. So whether you're a PvPer, hunter, or trader, I recommend you all watch this video until the end because this reveals a lot of stuff that could be coming to Loomian Legacy. Now, to start off with things, the first thing is going to be ranked PvP will possibly be coming after Atlanthian City. Now, this is something that we have known for a while, at least ranked is actually coming to the game, but we have not known when, you know, roughly it is going to be coming out. Now, in the VC, Lando actually, one of the first things that he confirmed was that ranked PvP is going to possibly happen after Atlanthian City. Of course, Atlanthian City is a really big update right now, and they are kind of honing everything they have into finishing this update, and ranked PvP isn't really, you know, on their minds at the moment, but they said after Atlanthian City is done, they will be trying to focus on ranked PvP. The next thing is going to be more box space coming soon. Now, I think this can benefit a lot of us because, at least for me, the 50 box spaces isn't doing it, okay? My boxes are getting extremely filled, and with every, you know, event that comes out, there's a lot of Gammas and there's a lot of Loomians that I'm just catching, and I can't keep, you know, just catching all of these Loomians and running out of box space. So, they confirmed that there will hopefully be more box space soon. It's just a matter of fact of, again, you know, with a lot of this stuff, just finishing Atlanthian City. The next thing is going to be plans to make hunting more fun. Now, this came after Lando basically asked, you know, what would be some updates that you guys would like to see come to the game that could help benefit, you know, just you know, kind of just satisfy you. And I said, you know, maybe adding things like more weathers, you know, adding things like new roamings and all that stuff. And I said, Lando, I'm gonna be honest, hunting is so god-awfully boring right now that it's really hard to actually just hunt and enjoy. And Lando even said, you know, no, I agree with you. And we're gonna try to make hunting more fun in the future. This next one is going to be for the traders out there, and it says item trading is on the to-do list. And I mean, you could also kind of count this in with PvPers as well when it comes to things like shards, but basically there is going to be an easier way to actually trade items. Instead of, you know, putting the item on the Loomian and then giving it to the other person, you can actually just drag and drop the items into the trading slots. This is a thing that was basically talked about, and an idea was suggested of you being able to open up your inventory mid-trade and drag out items, and you can actually trade them. Moving on, there is another one that says more weather plane, which is basically saying that there are going to be new weather types coming to Loomian Legacy. What those could be, he didn't really say, but apparently some of them already have been, you know, kind of just conceptualized and not necessarily made, but just, you know, completely thought out, and they are ready to go. So this is really exciting, what weather we could see. Again, I have really no idea, but this is definitely something to look forward to. Now, this is something that we've known for a while, but Greninja buyers are going to be compensated in Loomian Legacy. I remember T-Bradham actually said a while back that this is going to be roughly around the 4th gym, but at the same time, when we asked Lando about this, he said that it doesn't really know when, you know, the actual thing is going to happen, so probably don't really look forward to that inside of Atlanthian City, but do know that you guys will be compensated if, again, you bought an Greninja back in Pokemon Brick Bronze. Alright, this next one is absolutely huge. Now, it says possibility, again, possibility, of there being 2 battle theaters in a year after a year. So, I know it's really hard to kind of understand, but basically what it is saying, that after 2022 is over, so after a year, so maybe going into like 2023, there is a possibility of us seeing, again, 2 battle theaters come out in the exact same year. So instead of waiting, you know, obviously 1 year for every single battle theater, we could possibly instead see 2 battle theaters instead come out in the same year. So, moving on to the second list, this one is, strange. It says, Snaggle will have a sandwich in its mouth in-game, but there will be a twist. Now, a twist. I don't really know, you know, what kind of twist that they're gonna add with Snaggle in the entire sandwich, but hey, I think the question was asked by Poker. Somebody basically asked, you know, is the Snaggle gonna have a sandwich in its mouth in game? And Lando said, that's actually a good question. Yeah, basically it will, but again, there's going to be a twist with that, and you guys will have to wait and see what that is gonna be. So, again, something really, really vague right there, but I'm kind of excited to see what that is actually gonna turn into. Now, this one I am super excited about. Plushies are currently being talked about. So, we could possibly be seeing, not like, you know, little in-game plushies, no, physical plushies that you can hold with your hands, like, you know, and actually look at them and feel them, are going to be coming, hopefully, okay? And there's actually been a bunch of stuff relating to this where Sergzia, after the entire thing was said, went on Twitter and was asking the community. Obviously, since Sergzia is the community manager, they asked stuff about, you know, what would you guys like to see, and then reports it back to the developers, basically asked, you know, what type of plushies would you guys like to see? Starters, roamings, all that stuff. And so far, Dusket is, of course, the one that is the most popular, and is probably the one that we are going to see. So, look forward to some possible Dusket plushies coming in the future. Now, we have a couple more things to talk about as we close up on this list. One of the final ones says, custom roaming music is something that we have thought about. Basically meaning, like, every time you encounter, like, a roaming or something like that, it will have its own custom soundtrack. Now, I do think that this is something pretty cool, and I actually do really like these small little features like this, and, you know, I'm pretty excited for this one. Now, this one could be huge. It says, we've talked about special shards with corrupted roamings. Now, as you guys know, corrupted roamings are quite possibly one of the most painful things to encounter inside of Loomian Legacy. It is literally an uncatchable gleaming roaming, basically, because, again, it is the same odds as a gleaming roaming, and it only drops just a basic shard, just like every other corrupt Loomian in the game. And people have basically said that, you know, no, there needs to be a special shard for these, you know, huge roamings. And basically, there's been one idea talked about an anti-shard where it could, you know, take off certain stats of your Loomian, but Lando said that it would be too pay to win, and they kind of want to make it open, so, like, basically, if they were to add something like that, everybody could use it. But they did say, however, that a special shard could be something, you know, maybe like it increases one of every stat, you know, just something cool like that. So, the final one for this video, Nuclocke and Randomizer game modes are planned for Loomian Legacy. So this is possibly going to take up the little adventure slot where, you know, it's kind of been grayed out literally ever since the game first came out, okay? It is literally sat there the entire time, and, you know, we have not heard anything about it until now. So this is possibly going to be used for Nuclocke and Randomizer game modes. As you know, Nuclocke, basically, if your Loomian dies, then you have to get rid of it, and you cannot use it anymore. Randomizer, basically, every single encounter and every single thing that you can get is a random Loomian. So I could walk out in the grass right now and encounter an Obsidian, right? Or I could walk out and, you know, get my starter, and it's like an Akazane or something like that, right? So just basically a fun little challenge, basically just to do instead of actually playing the main Loomian Legacy game. So yeah, guys, that is all of the stuff that I am at least allowed to talk about. There was a bunch of other stuff talked about in the VC, but Lando said that he does not want to be quoted on it, or, you know, kind of just, you know, make false promises in a sense. And yeah, again, that about does it for today's video. Definitely let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you're gonna like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.